in the final, like, in one of my favorite Nintendo running sagas of all time, and that is their intent on pissing off a very small portion of people who weep openly on Twitter that Netflix isn't available on Switch yet. They've announced, no, Netflix still isn't coming to Switch, but Crunchyroll is. It is Crunchyroll is now available, and a move that will annoy the people that wanted Netflix even more. Not only is Crunchyroll available on Switch, but they have included offline play functionality for Crunchyroll videos if you have the whatever their top premium subscription package is called. So yeah, I love that because people were like, oh, Netflix is definitely coming day one. It didn't. When YouTube launched on Switch, everyone was like, oh, Netflix coming any day now. Fucking years later, and that's Crunchyroll.
They should just get everything though, like Amazon Prime.
They do have Twitch,
Disney Plus, and all of that. Yeah, Twitch,
Get, like,
everything.
HBO Max.
HBO Max,
Get
yeah,
Now
like even
TV.
yeah, all of the Roku stuff. Get that on there.
I have 8 devices within eyeshot. 9 that have Netflix.
Yeah.
What's wrong with these people?
One of,
you can't buy a TV that doesn't have the Netflix.
One of those
app installed
devices,
on it.
by the way, the Nintendo 3DS.
I forgot you can watch it on there.
Like, I understand, like, to me, the thing I understand about it is that it's kind of funny because, like, what the original Wii for a lot of people turned into, like, the first good console Netflix player. And, like, long after people stopped playing their Wii, you would occasionally go to a house that still had the Wii plugged in purely for Netflix because they didn't have a Blu-ray player yet or shit like this. But as you said, like, it's on everybody's phones. Everybody's got, like, a lot of people have some variation of either a smart TV or a Chromecast or something like that in the home, or they have a laptop or something. Like, we are in no shortage of things to watch Netflix on, and it's not like we're going through a prime time for like S-tier Netflix content either. You know what I mean?
Did you not hear my review?
Yes, that is true.
Genius earlier in the
Dave,
show.
what's happened is that people have seen the news that they're shutting off the Nintendo 3DS eShop in March 2023 and the Wii U one, and this is just all the people, of course, who are watching Netflix on their Wii U and their 3DS now, who's like, oh, I won't be able to buy the subscription anymore because the eShop will be closed.
Yep. There you go. You've solved it. Maybe the day that those go down, they make it live on Nintendo Switch. That would make sense, because then they're just like, well, you know, we didn't want to offend all those people that were watching it on their 3DS. And how can a 3DS even play Netflix? How is it, Garrett? Can you please like film footage of what it looks like to watch Netflix on the 3DS? I can't even comprehend it.
When I was looking at YouTube stats once in work, and I was just looking at like the number of people who watched YouTube on the 3DS, and it was like 400 people would watch Impact highlights on 3DS. I'm like, what are you doing? What existence do you have that you're like, I'm going to watch my wrestling by booting up my Nintendo 3DS?
That is really odd. I think you must just have like a really small. So like I joked about the number of daily active users on Wii U, but there probably is a bunch of hardy souls that just do continue to use it, like Dave said, as a Netflix machine, as an entertainment center. Like my Xbox One, I never play games on. I'm always just watching TV or watching Netflix or Disney Plus or whatever through that. I barely played any games on it, and to the point where I bought a Series S and I played like way more games of that in the space of like a couple of months than I ever did on my Xbox One. But it's a good entertainment center. But a 3DS isn't that in the slightest. Like I don't know. If anyone listening right now, right, uses their Nintendo 3DS to play Netflix, I am inviting you on this podcast to tell us what that experience is like and how easy that is. I just gotta feel like that's gonna be laggy as hell. I remember using like global trading like facilities on the Pokemon games, or like battling people online and it being laggy as fuck. Like, how am I supposed to stream, I don't know, the new series of The Witcher on there? It just doesn't hit right, Garrett. It doesn't hit me right. I don't understand.
What's the screen? 360p, I think, is the 3DS screen, or is it 480? It's.
And can you make it 3D? Like, can I watch Jackass 3D on a 3DS? Oh, mate. Oh, I'm excited at the prospect of being able to do that.